Bill 163 amends Article 7 of the Hawaii County Charter 2014 by adding a new chapter establishing a Department of Agriculture and an Agriculture Commission, introduced by Ms. Willie.
Farmers tell us, you talk the talk, but do you walk the walk? We say that agriculture is a priority, but do we really make it a leadership position? Do we really make it a priority? And to that end, what I'm proposing, and this would be a charter amendment, it would not be decided here by the board, but it would move to the voters to decide, should we set up a county-level Department of Agriculture, basically with a director and a board that would have one member from each district. I think that in looking at agriculture, I keep seeing that there's so much weather and climate issues that are facing farmers, drought, fog, climate change issues, but there are also issues that very complex issues that I feel that we really need to focus on as an island. I could spend my whole time talking about invasive species issue. And I think on a state level, and I just, looking over all of the state bills and what it is, the focus there is more how to prevent the spread of invasive species from this island. We're being looked at more and more as the invasive species island.
Okay, Councilmember Onishi.
Okay, the state is already doing this, and then why would we duplicate what is already happening? Okay.
And the discussion at the Charter Commission was that maybe some of that money that could be spent, rather than spending it on establishing a whole new department, could be spent on refocusing some of the research and development's work towards focusing on ag, and it was energy sustainability kind of combined.
Yeah, it's easy for people to say, yeah, it sounds good. Department of Agriculture, yeah, sure. But what we got to look at, and again, Ms. Eoff touched upon it, fiscal responsibility. And maybe that's something we should look at first. And maybe Ms. Willie can propose something like this. Fiscal impact statements for every charter amendment.
The Charter Commission has done a lot in their in vetting this in the past, and I think I'll take the same position that something this huge should be a task for the Charter Commission, which will probably be coming up in about a couple years.
I personally don't feel that ag department per se is the right way to go, but I do like pushing this forward so that we can have a bigger impact on our community within the county on ag issues, because we need to take that extra role in enhancing our ag sustainability, our where we need to go. It's tough, there's the issues of pests, the issues of ag sustainability, and where our important ag lands are, and where we need to focus on where to grow food on this island.
I'm pretty sure you have done your research on how much this is all going to cost. What was that number for you?
I'm not going to get into exactly what amount and how much each different thing costs. If I don't have some sense from this body, let's move forward and explore those issues.
Even though you didn't answer my questions, I do share the same passion as you. And I feel ag is important. I can understand your frustration, and from what you have shared, I feel that most of those responsibility is actually on the state level, because a lot of it deals with inspectors.
What could be done, perhaps, is meeting more with university, CTAR, and ask them what's needed in terms of promoting our agriculture. What's really needed now? I know land is a big one for farmers, or people that want to be farmers. It's just not land available. Yeah, but
a lot of times we feel that the state overpowers us by their policies, because at the legislative branch at their level, their policies prevail over ours. And I've heard you over and over again in the years that I have served with you talk about home rule. And I agree with you, because at the state level, when they're making policies for all of the counties. And we look at what is impacting us and our issues. But a lot of times, we've gotten stepped on because of it.
It does seem to be a duplication. So are we really being fiscally responsible if we're duplicating what a lot of times the state is already?
I think the message that I've gotten today is that, if I were Ms. Willie, is that everyone appreciates her bringing this forward. And, hopefully we can move forward either with ordinances, as Ms. Eoff stated, or other means to accomplish the same end. And I think it would be probably more efficient, actually, if we did it by ordinance and fine-tuned things at the R&D department or even planning. I mean, those seem like the two areas, the two departments that, we could add things to or beef up.
On
For
the
the
motion to
postponement.
postpone to the call of the chair, Mr. Chung. Ms. David.
Aye.
Ms. Eoff. Mr. Iligan.
Aye.
Mr. Kunua.
No.
Mr. Onishi.
No.
Mr. Paleka.
No.
Ms. Willie. Chair Poindexter.
Aye.
Chair Poindexter, you have 5 ayes.